Today, I'd like to share the 3 things that really shocked me since I moved to New York. As a Japanese, I never expected them to happen. Yo, what's up, bud? My name is Kirara-sen, aka Pink Unicorn, a Japanese stand-up comedian based in New York. I am a survivor, used to be hikikomori, and went to HBCU. Hikikomori is a Japanese term to mean people who don't go to work, who don't go to school, who stop everything. In English, which is known as a comedian. And HBCU stands for Historical Black Colleges and Universities, originally established for African Americans before the Civil Rights Movement. Yes, I was the only Asian there, so they called me light-skinned Mexican. Hola, te quiero mucho. On this channel, Kirara Comedy, I'm sharing my comedy and unique Japanese woman's voice on mental health, feminism, and diversity. How have you been? Yes, I finally moved to New York with an artist visa as a comedian this summer. First of all, I deeply apologize for my absence and taking a break, but I was always very happy to see my audience was growing during my absence. So thank you very much. Arigato! And for my new subscribers, you are my unicorns. Thank you very much for subscribing. Nice to meet you. Maybe my last visit to New York was 2018, and this time I was so happy to see New York, but still New York. Beautiful people, dirty toilets, and even Macy's still got broken escalators. Why didn't you fix them during lockdown? Miracle on the 34th Street never happened. And why every hand sanitizer at the entrance is empty? Many people should have got tricked with these pushing reeds. You know, we thought it's clean at first, but it turns out it was very dirty, like 50 cents candy shop. Mom, how can I eat a lollipop like 50 cents? And of course, everything in New York is super expensive. All I could get free so far was my very first COVID. Already many things happened to me, but let me share the 3 happenings which really shocked me. Like things that Japanese never expected. Here we go. Incredible motherhood. One day, I was sitting on a little busy train listening to music with my earpods. There was a black mother with 2 little kids, a boy looking like 5 years old, and a baby in a stroller in front of me. Meanwhile, I heard some yelling voice behind my music. I noticed a white guy sitting a little bit over from me, screaming at the family. I didn't understand what he was yelling, but it seemed he didn't understand what he was saying too. It was apparent he was not mental healthy, and the boy looked getting scared. This mom stood up finally, and I thought she was gonna change the seats, but what she did was approaching him and scolding him. Shut up your mouth! Don't scare my kids! If you wanna keep behaving like that, just get off the train. Everyone else on the train got intense, wondering if he's doing something dangerous. However, this guy ended up being quiet and dejected. He kept silent until he got off the train. I was like, sugoi! Honestly, I don't think it would happen if it were in Japan. I've seen many moms, including mine, trying to have their kids not make eye contact with crazy people and even homeless people. Well, I don't say it's wrong. It's mom's reasonable choice, and safety is priority. But also, it sometimes made me feel exclusive. The most impressive thing about this black mom was that she treated this guy as a human being in the community, and she talked to him. And that was also amazing that her kids saw her mom's behavior. So the 5-year-old boy will be the last one who talked to me after 20 years. Be aggressive, be different. In addition to comedy, one of the reasons I came here is to extend my acting career. The very first gig I got booked was, it's funny, a member of energetic dancers crew. I don't know why I got the role. Maybe they should have been blown their mind by my twerk. We had a rehearsal every week and it always went so wild. We tried to be more emotionally communicative with audiences, entertainers. And the director always encouraged us to use facial expressions and go wild. He always said, be aggressive, be different, make something different. And the most surprising thing about this for me was it didn't always mean to smile. Yeah, for some music, it's more natural to feel savage, right? Like, yeah, DMX, you can dance with cute smiling, with DMX barking. If you do that, DMX is gonna be Chihuahua. Then young, attractive, and good-looking girls of any skin color screamed so hard, super aggressively, like it was totally new and really refreshing. It reminded me of a moment in Japan. In my early career in Japan, I used to do a presenter for corporate events, and my manager detected my expressive talent and had me a training from a male presenter at the very beginning. Because male presenters are usually thought to have more passionate, powerful, and emotional presentations. So my style was not kawaii or quiet style, but more entertaining and expressive coming from the emotion. And of course, sometimes I mix jokes. But one day at the presentation, I talked about the problems the client should have had. And I did like, aren't you having issues like can't manage customer information, not leading to sales, blah blah blah, using worried look. Then stage manager immediately approached me and said, don't frown because it's scary. Scary. I was a bit confused. I just felt and expressed worried to fit the context in order to be considerate of a client's feelings. And for the rest of the presentation, I mostly talked with a smile. But back then, I really didn't get the point and I just said, yes, okay, sorry. And after that, I was sometimes told, scary, especially when I didn't smile, even for entertaining purposes. To say the truth, right before leaving Japan, I accused and had a settlement over a Japanese older guy's sexual harassment. This guy was a high profile, relatively, and the chief of an artist supporting organization. Yes, very social good person. And I will share the story in the near future, but the point here was, in addition to his tons of sexual behaviors in the comments, he once sent me a message after I posted a short video about my experience of depression. In the video, I reproduced me of when having depression. The purpose of this is, of course, to entertain and raise awareness about mental health. But this is what he sent. My waifu is in a bad mood. It's scary. FYI. Of course, he was never my romantic interest or anything. He all of a sudden started calling me his waifu without my permission. So anyway, this comment made me realize everything about why these men said scary. Their true message was women, especially public figures or people in the audience, just must smile. And that's the unspoken rule of a good wife. Recently, I found a very good video. In this video, with Yuko Ando, a very famous Japanese female TV anchor, mentioned like this.
最初に20歳そこそこで報道のそれはテレビ朝日だったんですけど、現場に入った時にいないわけですよ、女性が。そうすると、
当時ね、
いるのはベテランのおじさん、はっきりとおっさんなんですよ、みんな。でおっさんたちに突然その大学生の私が入っていった時に「いやー宇宙人が来た!」っていう感じなわけです。それでどうやったらこの人たちに受け入れてもらえるんだろうかと考えた時に、私は自分をおっさん化して見せたんですよ。
当時
同化して見せるっていうか、おっさんっぽく振る舞うとか、おじさんたちに私はおじさんを脅かすような存在じゃありませんよっていう、いわゆるペット化ですか、自分を無害な存在として見せたりとかっていう、つまり自分らしさを全部封印して、そこに行ってどうやって居場所を作るかにすごい不信したんですよ。
なるほど。
そういういびつな働き方に対する猛省がこの本の基本なんです。でも今考えると、その時の自分がすごく惨めに思えるんですよ。最初に与えられた仕事ってアシスタントなんですよ。だから男性司会者の横にいる添え物で、社会学的に言えば従属する存在ですよね。だから横に座ってメインのおじさまの MC がおっしゃることに対してうなずく。それ以外の役目はない。
その時今はもう発言していい状況じゃないですか。横にいても自分が言いたいことも言ってくださいっていう、当時はない。
発言なんかしたらクソ生意気って言われますよ。じゃんじゃが電話かかってきて、クソ生意気。
それは視聴者から。
当然です。
例えばね、80年代って
横に座ってうなずいてる係だった時にね、やっぱりテレビに出るの初めてだったんで笑えないわけですよ。そうすると視聴者から電話かかってきて「笑え」って言うんです。つまり女の子は可愛らしく笑ってうなずけ。
そういう苦情安藤さんの耳にどんどん入ってきてる。
その後に取材をするようになって、フィリピンのクーデターを取材している時に、ベニグノ・アキノさんっていう元の上院議員が、アメリカに亡命してたんですが帰国をするんですよ。そこで暗殺されるんですけれども、その遺体の引きずり方を私が感情を込めた描写をした時に生意気だって言われるわけですよ、視聴者に。つまり女は笑って黙っていろということを私は散々体験をしたので、そこから
Impressive, and I think it's very brave for a TV anchor, female TV anchor, claiming her opinion like this. In Japan, everybody fantasizes about female TV anchors. They are always thought as the role model of women. But on the other hand, while they look praised, they are barely considered as journalists with their own voice. I don't remember how many Japanese older guys tried to advise me about my career without any knowledge and told me to have a black long hair because men prefer it. When I was younger, I tried to follow these advice several times, but I always gave up because it made me feel like it's not my thing. A few days ago, a very interesting thing happened. On the filming, well, originally I was casted for a small role, but on the venue, male older director loved my hair, then changed my spots. And in the end, my compensation got almost twice. Honestly, I feel that while I had been corrected to fit in old men's taste in Japan, New York is the place where I can be who I am. And I am not pretending or trying to be different, but I can focus on my difference. Don't get me wrong, living a norm is never wrong. If you feel comfortable with that, it's totally fine. But for people who don't feel comfortable or who can't feel comfortable like me, New York is the place where you can feel more respected your differences or uniqueness. The next is the most shocking thing for me. Well, honestly, I haven't still got used to it. But before moving on, On this channel, I'm sharing my comedy and a Japanese woman's voice on mental health, feminism, and diversity. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, just hit the subscribe button. Alright, the last one is this. Nipples! Since I moved to New York, I've been freaking out to see so many women's nipples standing up over their t-shirt! And nobody cares, no one gays them. Nipples just enjoy their presence. I call it nipples yoga. Although I knew about the free the nipple movement, actually I've never seen other women's those two dots in Japan. I hope it gets popular in Japan too, but again, yes, I had a traumatic experience by that sexual harasser who I mentioned earlier. One day, he, sitting right in front of me, zoomed my Insta picture wearing a cropped t-shirt and my belly button, then murmuring like, your belly button, belly button, belly button. Oh, why don't you lose your weight a little bit more? Belly button. Yes, I felt as if I was shown this 57-year-old's masturbation using my picture. But actually, not only this guy, but many guys have pointed like, oh, belly button, even on the street. Even the belly button was treated like a vagina without bra. What if we freed our nipples? I'm afraid they will say like, I wanna press the button. The free boner movement. Personally, I really wanna support the movement, but I have very mixed feeling against this free the nipple movement. Because I love what called bras! And I already spent money on them! But anyway, I've been very impressed by that. Our sexuality and how to treat our bodies are totally depending on individual choices. Alright, here are the 3 things that really shocked me in New York so far. Well, these 4-5 months, I've been already told that, oh, are you from Japan? I love Japan! By many new friends, and I'm so happy to hear that. I already miss a lot of Japanese things, like onsen, hot springs, sashimi, and chiyoda sushi. Yeah, I really like what people love about Japan, but as a woman growing up in Japan, I would be really appreciated if you could get interested in the social situation about Japanese women too. Well, like my experience studying Black Studies now really helps me thinking about our society and my life and to make something better. Please feel free to leave your comments in below. Hope to see you again in the next video. You have a great day, great night, and great life. Bye!